Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We're going to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do the usual disclaimers, not too disappointed. I did go on a rant about how people are still writing about JD's teeth, but still not talking about the protests that happened in Boston on Monday against the JRC, because in reality, the press don't actually care about real victims. Just saying. It's pretty easy to see if you've been in the particular fight I have been in for over the last decade, but that's not the point. I'm in a somewhat good mood because the theme park, Silver Dollar City folks, they got the coasters open as of tomorrow. So I've been a shameless, unpaid shill. I regret nothing. I have to go this year because, as you all know, who watch this channel and listen to me babble, that this is going to be the last year that they run Fire in the Hole, a ride that has been around since since before I was born anyways. It was the first ride at the theme park, and it is such a staple that it has its own plethora of urban myths surrounding it. So, nostalgia, folks. I may cry. I may cry some ugly tears. But, anyways, to the disclaimers, shall we? In the description box, folks, you're going to find a link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It's written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much. They have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, folks, NeuroClastic has refused, so you know the drill. Please read that article and share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, folks, in case the JRC actually sees through with your threat. Also in there, you will find linked the Ozark's first article in regards to the Agape boarding school, now known as Stone for Hope boarding school situation. This is a so-called Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri, that takes in so-called troubled male teens, that has impending, folks, over 21 civil lawsuits, claims, and allegations leveled against it, all which have been substantiated by the Missouri Department of Social Services, and they include the following: sodomy, rape, sexual assault, child abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, child trafficking, starvation, and folks, that's just for starters. You have one former staff member arrested by the FBI, another a doctor who still lives on premises with full access to the boys, up on multiple, again, substantiated claims of sodomy, rape, and sexual assault the boys there. You got a brand spanking new attorney general too busy obsessing over drag queens and trying and failing to defund public libraries to actually do his job. And you got a governor that not even an intervention can help. So please, folks, share that article on all your social media. We got the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign as well, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, Jennifer Masamba's behavioral sheet of shockable offenses, a clip out of the 7-hour ordeal undergone by Andre McCollins back in 2002, the templates, and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org shut the Judge Rotenberg Center down petition. When we discuss the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, alright? This channel is marked not for children for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and we speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised, alright? Alright, square your shoulders, folks. Pause this video. Get yourself some chamomile, whatever your calming tea is, because we are, trigger warning, once again about to descend into the mad ravings of the lunatic mind known as Dr. Matthew Israel. Excuse me, there will be allergies too, because I'm technically physically challenged, technology illiterate, let's put it bluntly, and allergies. But anyways, you're going to hear gaslighting, victim blaming, pseudoscience and lies, abuse and torture, apologencia, and word salad hell. So, all from a man with a massive ego and even larger God complex. Prepare yourselves for the stupid, alright? Because the stupid, it burns. It does. True story. Alright, where we left off yesterday. Provocation of bad behavior. This is true. Above in this section addresses this issue. Here we go again. Yes, you do, doctor. What do you call those behavioral rehearsal lessons? Where in it you describe that you will deliberately trigger a behavior so that you can then punish the behavior so that they know that it's wrong. What do you call that? You are provoking the behavior. It is your own words. It's like dealing with A. H. stance. He denies his own words. Dude, you have deliberately said that you will deliberately provoke a behavior so that you can punish said behavior and then show us so-called better ways. Better ways, by the way, folks, is not us expressing our true selves in a way that's healthy and mentally affirming. No, it's masking. I know, because I used to mask a lot. I know the difference between true autistic self-expression and acceptance and when you're masking. Just saying. But let's move on, shall we? Food deprivation. For some developmentally disabled students with severe behavior disorders, food may be the only motivational item that will work as an effective reward in order to teach the students such skills as how to imitate, to communicate in order to ask for things, how to urinate or defecate into a toilet, how to dress or undress, how to pass behavioral contracts, how to stop engaging dangerous behaviors, etc. Now I'm going to stop you, doctor. Food is not a privilege. Food is a basic human need. You do not get to tell me that my right to eat is a privilege. It is a human necessity. To hold it above a student's head. But we don't have any other tools that they'll understand. Funny. Programs across the country, across the world, manage to make progress on behaviors every single day, and they manage to do it without depriving the individuals who are a part of those programs of the basic human right to be able to eat. Funny that. I don't care how you paint it or how you try to justify yourselves. You are disgusting that you will deprive human beings of the basic human need of food consumption and call that a privilege. That you will remove and make them, psychologically, folks, make them throw away food because they had a behavior. If this were happening inside a household, if it were abusive parents doing this kind of thing, it'd be called abuse. The parents would be arrested for abuse and neglect. Yeah. and no amount of justification on the parent's behalf would slide. But it's okay because we're disabled, and it's the only thing we understand, so it's perfectly fine if you do it to us. When I said I have had enough, both food programs are safe, must be court approved, and are supervised by JRC's nursing and physician staff. Oh, here we go. Doctor, you have physician and nurse staff who agree that it is okay to torture someone like Andre McCollins like you did. And quit using court approved, especially in Massachusetts. Are you on crack? Or do you think the Salem witch trials have left the popular imagination? Because I hate to tell you, Doctor, not only has it not left the public imagination, it is something that your state is known for all over the world. I would know. I've been to Scotland and England. Okay? You want to know what the U.S. is known for? Your state and the Salem witch trials, right? Quit using court approved like it is an excuse. Court approved has covered a multitude of atrocities. Okay? Your nursing and physician staff tell parents to ignore bruises on their children. You have to excuse me if you saying, but they say it's perfectly safe, if that doesn't, make me feel better. No JRC student has ever been harmed by one of JRC's food programs. These programs are very effective. Starving children is very effective. You are forcing them to mask, Doctor. Let me tell you about masking, folks. It's exhausting. You have no idea just how exhausting it is to pretend to be someone you're not, to ignore all your natural instincts, to regulate how you talk, how you walk, how you move, how you speak. You don't understand the mental power it takes to mask every second of every day. It is beyond exhausting. Not even talking about the psychological damage, just the out and out exhaustion. If these kids get tired, slip up, be our natural atypical selves, the JRC feels justified in denying us food. But we don't starve you. We offer you kidney powdered mush. As an autistic, I can tell you, we are extremely picky eaters due to sensory issues. We would rather starve than eat that. Because the sensory issues that are going to come from eating that mash is going to be far more painful than me dealing with feeling starved. That's a fact. Doctor, it is not okay to deny us basic human rights so that you can force us to be whatever you want us to be. It is not okay to remove one of the most fundamental needs as a human being. Food. And then say you're doing it for our own good. This is monstrous. This alone should have got you shut down a long time ago. But The next level of corruption and money changing hands has allowed this to continue to go on. Starvation is not the answer. Forcing us to mask is not the answer. Let me speak to you quite bluntly. From the entirety of the neurodivergent community, we are tired of paying the price because you want to force us to be something we're not. We are tired of being told that we are not allowed to accept ourselves as who we are, but must instead pretend and pretend and pretend every day of our lives and pay the psychological toll for your comfort. It must end. It must end. All adversives must end. Not just the extremes of the JRC, but removal of affection, the isolation, the forced masking, forcing us to jump through hoops before we're acknowledged as human beings with basic human rights. It's gotta end. And we're going to close on that. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. As always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I gotta go take some allergy medicine so I can breathe again. Bye-bye, everyone.